regretted that I haven't had the opportunity in the first place to have this kind of program when I move in newly to UK. So I should recommend in the future, the main target will be those of us that come newly to UK. I regretted it because having known what I have known now, if I have had this course in the first place when I entered the UK, I wouldn't have had I wouldn't have been in a mess that I am now. So it's a good course. So I will recommend to all and sundry. So I haven't implemented yet.
Okay.
Because I'm incapacitated in a way that I don't have the children in my hand now to implement. So, but it's a good program. I recommend.
Fantastic. Some of the things I took away. Say mental health is very important. We should help our children to connect, and we should look out for the cues. You know, I remember Pastor Chika spelling it out. Some of them might be indifferent all of a sudden, always teary, always withdrawn, isolating, silent. Maybe because they've always been blamed, so that makes them defensive. Some of them are secretive. She talked about somebody, you know, a boy, someone said, "I don't like your underwear," and then he was so angry at home, but his parents did not understand, you know. So we should always engage our children at every stage, treat them with respect. If you treat them anyhow, they're probably learning from us. They learn from what we do more than what we say. Ola, can you just let Olori in? Thank you. I'll let her in, don't worry. You should try and carry them along, explain everything. That's what Nana Haja was talking about. Even if you're moving house, even if you want to move a new job or change the timetable, don't just drop it on them. The people, direct them. And I said, I've told my daughter, somebody said, keep telling her again and again, she's a child. And then this is where we talked about what are the 3 core things that are foundational, because Pastor Chika kept saying how people assume. You think the children know what time to come home, but they don't. So they come home later, and then you're like in a fit. But you never communicated clearly in an age-appropriate.
Spoken last week, my family and I. So some of our values, we have respect, we have love, and we have the forgiveness. There's many, but out of them, respect, togetherness, forgiveness, and love.
I like that.
Pastor Chika said, it is very important to respect their voice. So patience, it is a requirement. So we have to try to spend time with them, to train them, and not to let them train themselves, like via social media and all that. Also, what has really appealed to me was on the appropriate chastisement. Because I have this conviction on my DBS, because I've used implement on my kids when they were young. So I've learned a lot on this appropriate chastisement, like discipline, casting with the child, make them understand whenever they made mistake, make them understand the implication or the consequences, and giving them another opportunity. So that was really, really a big lesson I've learned in that subject.
When we finished from here, so what I did was to set the core values. I had a list of them, like long core values. I told my children we now have family core values. I included respect, forgiveness, like other sister has mentioned, and other things as well. So because Pastor Chika talked about, like she told her children, before leaving home, you need to make up your bed. So I told my children bedtime is 9 p.m. in this house, because before the holiday, it used to be earlier than that. But I just told them, during this holiday, your bedtime is 9 p.m. and 9 p.m. it means you're not watching anything again and everything. And because Pastor Chika used exemption, like except mommy, if she's, because mommy has to do this, because and at least we need to explain the reason why mommy is exempted. So I told my children, except mommy. Mommy is not going to bed at 9 p.m. So, and I explained that because I will need to stay back to read my Bible, to do this and that. So when it was 9 p.m., I'm just trying to, I've got like a question with mine, because after setting all these core values, how do we make sure that, like this positive discipline? Because if they're not observing it, what are the likely positive disciplines that we can apply? Because reason why I'm saying this is, when I told my son 9 p.m. is bedtime, they've understood, okay, this is our routine now. But when it was 9 p.m., I was now going on my Bible, reading my Bible. My son just quickly turned the TV. He turned the TV to Christian channel. He started watching Christian cartoon. He was not watching Christian cartoon before. So I said to my son, you need to go to bed now. But my son said, but now mommy is reading Bible, but I'm watching Christian cartoon. So it's like what is applicable to mommy is applicable to him as well. So, and I really did not understand how to what to say in that case. So I only want to understand that when they are not observing our core values, what type of positive disciplines that we can apply. Thank you.
Yeah, let me thank you, everybody. Good to see you again. And I'm so glad to know that we are implementing all our discussions. And also, I want to empathize with everyone who has been affected one way or the other. So let's talk about what Nike said. Remember, this is the first week that you explain this to them. So it will take time to sink in. So you have to keep on emphasizing it. Then you also need to emphasize, like, for example, you can give that your boy is a very intelligent boy. He needs much more than just instruction. Let's give him an example, like if there is a football team and they want to win, will everybody be coach? If everybody is the coach, will they win? The child will say no. He says, so what should happen between the coach and the players? Who should call the shots? And they will say, well, the manager or who said the coach should call the shots. Why do you think they should do that? For orderliness. So you say, okay, in our house, we are like a football team. We are a team, a different type of team. So somebody has to call the shots to make sure there's order. So since she knows that, okay, look, so children, you need to sleep certain hours because you are still growing up. You need certain hours. At least a child needs up to 10 hours. An adult needs about between 6 and 8. So for your bone to grow, for you to have rest in your brain and all that. So I can sleep less hours than you. It is for your good. Always make them know that it is not a punishment. Because what they are thinking of is that, oh, you're punishing me. To say, look, you have the whole day to watch TV. Okay, tomorrow you watch this program. I will allow you 2 hours to watch it. You negotiate in that area without giving up your ground as the mother and the person who gives authority in the house. So it's just a negotiation. Thank you.
Hey everybody. I just wanted to share that I've shared one of the experiences that I had soon after we did the last session. And then during the course of the week, I have also picked the importance of communication. I realized that when we punish without then explaining why we are punishing, it's affecting. Because my nephew came and he was crying and he's like, okay, so I don't know what it is that I did. You need to tell me what I did. You can't just punish me for nothing. And also on the values, we also laid out our values. We defined them. We had them, but we didn't know they were values, and we have defined them. And what's interesting for me on those is that when I forget, I am reminded. they'll be like, teamwork, what's happening? You are supposed to do teamwork. So it's interesting. They are loving it and they're excited. And yeah, it's a great program.
Wow, I did not expect that. Thank you, Chido. You just talked about how it's important to clarify when we are disciplined. We try to stay away from punishment because we have the back of your mind. It's like, I want to make them pay. But discipline is like a disciple. You're showing them that it can be better. So what I picked from what you said is that we need to clarify why we are instilling that discipline, or